Which fruits are then indehiscent simple fruits? These are the fruits which do not burst open when ripen, but the pericarp of such fruits degrades and then the seeds are released out of it. These may be dry or fleshy. We will now consider some types of dry indehiscent fruits. The first one is caryopsis. In cereals like wheat, rice and corn, the pericarp is fused with the seed coat. These are single-seeded small fruit which develops from a superior monocarpellary ovary. Caryopsis is common in Gramineae family. The second type of dry indehiscent fruit is achenes. These are similar to caryopsis, but in them pericarp and seed coat are not fused. Examples are the fruits of buttercup, buckwheat, caraway, quinoa, amaranth and cannabis, etc. The third type of dry indehiscent fruit is cypsela. These are also one-seeded fruit developed from a bicarpellary inferior ovary. Here too, pericarp is free from the seed coat. This is seen in compositae family in flowers like sunflower, aster, daisy, marigold, etc. And the fourth type of dry indehiscent fruits is nut. It is also one-seeded, one-chambered fruit which develops from a superior polycarpellary ovary. They have a hard or woody pericarp. Examples are oak seeds, cashew nut, lychee, etc. Let's now discuss some types of fleshy indehiscent fruits. The first one is drupe. They are also called stone fruits because they have stony endocarp. The epicarp is thin and mesocarp is fleshy. Example in mango, coconut, peaches, almonds, olives, apricot, etc. In mango, the edible part is mesocarp and the endocarp is hard and stony. What can you say about coconut? How is it a drupe? A drupe is characterized by three layers: epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp. The epicarp is the outermost smooth green layer. Mesocarp is fibrous followed by the brown hard endocarp. The endocarp surrounds the seed. Inside it is the white edible portion called the endosperm. However, a coconut is a dry drupe as the mesocarp is not fleshy like other drupes. Often, the coconuts you get in the market have the epicarp and mesocarp removed. Coconut is an interesting fruit. People are often confused whether it is a fruit, seed or nut. What do you say? Just now, we learnt that coconut is a fruit and it is a drupe type of fruit. Do you agree that it is a seed too? As we learnt earlier that a typical seed has cotyledons, embryo and endosperm. Seed is the reproductive propagule through which baby plant emerges out. In coconut too, you may have seen 3 black holes on one of its sides. A plant may emerge out of one of these 3 holes. So, coconut can be considered as a seed. It also has endosperm for nourishment of the embryo. Now, cocoa plus nut. In the word itself, there is this term nut. Do you agree that coconut is a nut? Think over it. We learnt previously that technically a nut is indehiscent one-seeded fruit. Loosely speaking, coconut is also a one-seeded fruit. So it may be considered a nut. However, it cannot be said to as a true nut because true nuts are indehiscent. That is, they don't split open to release seeds. And this is not the case with coconuts, in which the seed germinates and the shoot comes out from one of the pores and the shell eventually splits. That is, it isn't strictly indehiscent. So not a true nut. Now let's consider the second type of fleshy indehiscent fruit, that is berry. These are fleshy fruits with no hard part in them. The three layers epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp are present. One or more of these layers may form the edible pulp of the fruit, inside which the seeds are embedded. If such fruits are developed from a superior ovary, that is, when the ovary lies above the attachment of all other floral parts, then it is called a true berry, like in brinjal, tomato and grape. Surprised to hear that these are actually berries? In fact, most of the fruits which we call as berries are aggregate fruits. If the fruit developed from an inferior ovary, then it is called false berries, like in banana and guava. In them, the peel is made of epicarp and thalamus. The mesocarp and endocarp forms the edible part. The third type of fleshy indehiscent fruit is pome. Apples and pears are called pomes. These are fleshy, simple fruits. Pomes develop from the thalamus, which becomes the edible part. The actual fruit lies within the thalamus. This is the part containing seeds which we usually throw away. Therefore, these are called false fruits. Let me ask you a question now to check your understanding of the topics. The question is, in tomato, fruit is a option A, drupe, option B, berry, option C, pome, option D, pepo. In order to answer this, you need to recall what each of them means. Drupe is a fleshy fruit with thin skin and a central stone containing the seed. Berry are fleshy fruits with no hard part in them. The three layers epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp are present. Pome are fleshy, simple fruits. They develop from the thalamus, which becomes the edible part. Pepo. It is an indehiscent, fleshy, one-celled, many-seeded berry, such as a pumpkin, squash, melon or cucumber, that has a hard rind and is the characteristic fruit of the gourd family. So, now have you chosen the correct option? The correct option is B, berry. A tomato fits the characteristic of berry. So, tomato is a berry. I know you must be finding it difficult to remember all these new words. To make things simple for you, I have provided a concept map of the topic in the resources. You can also download the cheat sheet in the resources for table on edible portion of some common fruits. Hope you enjoyed this lecture. As you have received lots of new information in this video, it is advised you revise them with the help of the resources and assess your understanding by attempting the quiz at the end of this section.